Greetings and salutations live from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm Travis Terrell, and welcome to We Are Live.
What a professional intro. It's Chris Denman forever. Travis Terrell. We do a podcast 5 days a week. We do it here at the Midcoast Studio in Grand Center in St. Louis, Missouri, midcoast.media for more information. Today, gonna be a good time. We've got Travis in here. Boy, is he excited to rock and roll. It's October. Lots to get to. Real quick, thank you to Tech Electronics for helping us build out our studio and for supporting St. Louis for many, many years as a local business. Don't forget, jobs available now if you need a new career at techelectronics.com. Let's say hello to the Scooter King and man with a scooter video with over 11,000 views as of very early this morning, Mr. Chris Gardner.
Good morning, gentlemen. What are you doing, Travis?
I'm just getting revved up.
For what?
Maybe for some walnutting.
Oh, little tease, and we're all in. Good morning, Walnut.
That's not a W, bro. What are you?
Yeah, it is.
What
in
are you
Germany
doing?
in a bar.
I don't think that's how you order milk in a bar.
Mm-hmm. How we doing this morning, Gardner? How was the, did you cruise in on the E-Move touring?
Not today. A
No?
little brisk.
Okay. Going to be 40 degrees tonight, too? Or
Yeah.
24 tomorrow
I've
night?
ridden it around here. I haven't taken it home yet, though.
Okay.
It's, I got to be able to carry it up the stairs
Got it.
is the issue. Knee's not ready for that yet.
That makes sense.
But
You wouldn't take the elevator with your scooter?
I don't have an elevator in my apartment.
Oh, at your apartment, I guess.
Yeah, that's the issue. That's why I can ride it around here is I have the elevator.
How far up the steps is your place?
Well,
like,
I have.
No elevator at your place?
like is it large? Is it there?
I'm on the first floor.
All right.
What'd you say?
I'm confused.
Right, yeah, I'm confused as well. So you don't.
There are stairs to my entrance.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. That's I guess my question was how many stairs is there to your
3,
entrance?
4, plus then 6 inside.
Okay.
So what I don't need to do is to have my knee go weak, and then fall over.
How heavy is that thing?
35 pounds.
So you fear carrying 35 pounds would be too much weight on your knee.
I fear falling over.
Okay. From
And
35
I
pounds.
can't
of
afford
weight.
to go back to the urgent
Okay,
care.
I understand that.
Now we're
I see
talking.
that. There we go.
Now we're in
There we
business.
go. Let's get to the bottom of
So
it.
I
Let's
have
get
to
to the
be
bottom
sure
of it. Okay,
that I'm
there
ready
we
to go.
Just making sure.
And actually, I was crossing the street yesterday, and I was about to lose my walk signal, and it was about to turn green for the cars and traffic on Lindell, so I needed to get across the street, and I'm like, well, let me pick up the pace here. Let me go into a light jog. I got about 2 steps in, and, the legs started going a little higher, and I was like, oh, I'm not ready for that. Like, I felt it again, and I'm like, oh, these knees aren't ready. Like, they felt heavy and just
Right.
like, I was like, oh, caught me off guard, and I'm like, I thought it'd be a little further along than that.
Well, I believe in you, and I think you have the power.
Well, thank you.
Aw.
And if you need power to powder coat your
That
scooter,
was good.
He
That
doesn't
was
believe in
good.
me.
Gateway Powder Coating will help you
I don't
out.
think
He
he
believes in
at all.
Gateway Powder
Yeah, he
Coating,
does
though,
believe
that's
in
for
that.
damn
He
sure.
Well,
complete setup
are you the
entire
number one
time.
resource for powder coating in the Midwest?
I am not.
He is
They
not.
certainly are. You can check out their website, gatewaypowdercoat.com. Wheels, metal furniture, whatever you got. Hey, maybe you got a sled that needs touched up for the winter that's about to hit us real hard, right? You could go sledding on Halloween with a brand new, clean metal sled. Gateway Powder Coating, and they've been supporting us for many years now, and they personally support Travis's endeavors. Big thumbs up to Travis from Gateway Powder Coating.
That's what I'm here for.
Triangle Assassin asked Denman, when did you graduate from the academy? Did you get into any trouble with Mahoney?
That's a good one.
I wanted to name a racehorse Commandant Lassard.
How'd that go?
Yeah, how many racehorses
never
did
got
you
a
own?
racehorse.
I'm about to say you just never got the race.
But that's changed now, though. Now it would be Stable Genius.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good.
But big fan of the Police Academy movies, especially the first 4.
That's a big one.
Wait, what? The first 4?
The first 4, yeah.
I can't believe you even remember
I haven't
the
gone
one
much
past the original.
Oh yeah, they went to Miami Beach in one of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That kind of bothers me. I didn't realize. Maybe I did see it, or I don't remember it. But that's where Reno 911 went. They went to Miami.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was a good movie.
Reno 911?
Yeah,
Most certainly.
The one he went to Miami was fantastic.
It really put Steve Gutenberg on the map. Was those Police Academy movies?
What's he up to now?
I was gonna
I
ask
saw him on a
that.
Law and Order
Oh,
some
really?
years
I
back.
feel like everyone gets a Law and Order episode.
He had like one of them goatees, I think, but not really. He didn't have the mustache part, just the bottom part on the chin. He
Is-
was like a movie producer or something in it.
Would Steve
He had a
Gutenberg?
temper.
Would he have been bigger if his last name wasn't Gutenberg? If he had
don't
gone
know.
with the
You
stage
could argue,
name?
You could argue that he may not have been as big as he was without it.
But
It's
say,
memorable.
they wanted they really pushed Steve Gutenberg in the early '90s. Like they
80s,
wanted. Was
right?
it the early '80s? I thought it was like early '90s, late '80s maybe.
Well, I think probably both.
They really wanted him to be the face, the next big face of Hollywood. It was like the guy that was in Avatar. They really pushed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. See, you don't even remember his
Avatar
name now.
guy?
Yeah, Avatar dude.
I mean,
Uh,
just think of where he was. The movie came out. Okay, 3 Men and a Baby was 1987.
Okay, late '80s.
That was a big one.
That was
So
huge.
You had Ted Danson
Mm-hmm.
and Tom Selleck in that movie.
And you have to say that Ted Danson and Tom Selleck were the bigger stars in that.
Right, but Steve Gutenberg was the third of that trio.
Right.
So they wanted to put
I
him.
mean, that was a power
I mean,
trio,
he was
yeah.
right there with them.
Was Gutenberg? I guess Gutenberg. You could say maybe was a late '80s, early '90s Paul Rudd.
Okay.
It's not terrible.
But Paul Rudd has Paul Rudded better than Steve Gutenberged.
F. Mary Kill, I guess.
Okay.
Gutenberg, Danson, Selleck.
I am.
If you go with the cast of 3 Men
man.
and a Baby. That's tough.
I can't kill Tom Selleck or Ted Danson. I'm sorry, Steve Gutenberg.
I'm probably marrying Ted Danson.
Yeah. Yes. And I'm killing Steve Gutenberg, and you can fill in the rest.
Who's your
So you'd F Tom Selleck.
Yeah. Well, you didn't have to go out and just completely say it. I think people got the picture.
who are you recasting 2019's 3 Men and a Baby?
Oh, I like
with?
this. Who are you recast? We're good at recasting call, by the way. We'll do a Halloween edition.
All right,
this
so
week.
let's go with the Gutenberg character. Who's that?
Well, you could make
Make the
Travis's
case?
argument there for Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd, I like that.
I
That's a
don't
funny
know
movie.
I don't know. Okay, well that can be your choice for sure. I want the guy with the split teeth who's in like everything and I never know his name.
That helps us.
And you would know him. He was in a movie with Amy Poehler maybe.
That really narrows it
He's got
down.
Clint Howard.
No, I don't
Clint
think
Howard.
that's where we were going.
Oh, okay.
I know who you're talking about. Sadly, I do. Damn
I
it.
do.
I was
know
making
you
fun of
do.
him with his terrible descriptions, and I realized I know who he's talking about, and I too do not know.
You guys can
The
communicate
character's
like
name.
this now.
Is it Ezra
fantastic.
something? Ira something?
Yep,
It's Ira something.
it is.
Ira Ibanowitz? Ibanowitz?
I mean, always a good guess when dealing with Ike Barinholtz.
Ike Barinholtz. Damn it. Ike. It's a good name for a comedian.
I
Like
think.
Barinholtz?
Okay, so you got Paul Rudd. I'm going to go with that because I feel like Ike Barinholtz is kind of thrust upon me a lot. I don't crave to see him in a film, and they're kind of, he's either really good and he's easy to put into it, or they're trying to force him.
He
to
was
like
in Neighbors, I believe. I believe
Hated-
he was in
did not
Neighbors. And you
enjoy
did not
Neighbors.
like Neighbors.
Did not enjoy Neighbors.
Okay.
Which one's Neighbors?
Oh, it was Zac Efron and Seth Rogen.
Oh, okay. I think I've only seen the end of that.
It's not bad. I saw it in theaters.
I think
It's
it
probably not
accomplished
so
its
good.
goal.
I think I
fine.
watched the end of that with Sean one day.
Hannibal Buress is in it as a cop.
Yeah.
He's a cop.
You mean playing Hannibal Buress?
Or Hannibal Buress playing Hannibal Buress in a cop
Hey.
uniform.
I'm kind of out of it, man.
Hey, man, don't diss Hannibal Buress.
Uh,
He's a national
A
treasure.
quick
right.
aside, I had to record Dogs on Film yesterday, a day early, because
How'd
I
that
had
go?
some stuff to do this afternoon.
Mm.
Sean had forgotten that we were doing it a day early, and I tried calling his phone, and of course he didn't answer because he doesn't really know what to do with his flip phone. And I knocked on the door. His wife Kathy answered, and I looked in, and there was Sean sitting on the couch in nothing but his black underwear.
Good. God, Sean.
It's quite the sight.
So, 3 Men and a Little Lady, 29, and a Baby,
Mhm.
2019. Who's your Steve Gutenberg, Gardner?
I like the Paul Rudd idea.
Okay, so 2 Paul
I'm-
Rudds
I'm
and an
fine
Ike
with that.
Barinholtz. All right.
All right, so who's your Tom Selleck?
Who's my Tom Selleck, huh?
It has to be sexy, right?
It has to be sexy, kind of the got a little salt and
A
pepper
little more
maybe in their life.
stern than the other actors, maybe.
I got
Who's got
one.
that cool sexiness now?
I'll tell you who I got. we're gonna keep the party going, let's keep with the Marvel characters. I'm going Robert Downey Jr.
You're just lazy.
I'm going RDJ, baby.
You're just invading
got-
the Marvel universe.
Well, that makes sense because they're not only can they give you that gravitas, they also give you that comedy. Robert Downey Jr. give you that comedy, baby. Give you that laugh, chuckle, chuckle.
He is funny.
He's funny, sharp, witty. Makes sense. It makes sense that one woman would want to have been with all three men.
I'm trying to think
That's
if I can get
gotta
Rob
think about
Lowe
that.
in here somewhere.
Oh boy, oh
He could be
boy.
your- He could be your modern Tom Selleck.
I
You
might
want to
go,
get some Rob Lowe action? Paul Rudd and Rob Lowe. I like this movie so far.
I might go Rob Lowe.
Okay,
Um,
this is coming together. I like this. I like this film. I like this reboot.
and then we need someone for Ted Danson, right?
All right.
Who also
Well, Chris,
has
who
some
do you have
sex
for your
appeal.
Tom Selleck, by the way?
I'm gonna throw you an okie doke. I'm going Jamie Foxx.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Take a seat.
Oh, that is a Blackuary miracle.
Take a
In
seat.
October.
I don't like that one.
Me
bit.
neither. That is. I like the plot twist there by Devin. That was well played.
There's a
Oh,
plot
Jamie
twist.
Foxx is not. He's been in some stupid ass movies that involve like maybe a baby peeing on him as the main comedy piece of an act. Like, yeah, I get that.
Okay, this is good. I like this movie so far. So to wrap it up, who is going to play
Ted Danson?
Ted Danson?
Ooh. That's tough because you're going for another one with sex appeal still.
Yeah.
But it's a different sex appeal, I guess.
Okay.
You don't really need to break down your feelings for Ted Danson.
Well, it's hard too because now I know what Ted Danson has
I
become.
told you to not break it down sexually. You don't
But
even
I
know that
can't
you're
help
hard.
it. In The Good Place, he's so amazing. It's such a good job, such a good role. So I know what he's become too. I just saw he got arrested with Jane Fonda the other day.
Yeah.
Climate change protest.
Respect.
They're not against. Well, climate change protest. I guess that can work. I don't know.
Well, I think it's quite obvious at this point. You go with a man who's been in many funny films. He has the stature to fill the role, and I think ladies like him more than we realize. One Jason Segel will be taking the part.
I'm not-
Ted Danson
I'm officially
in
protesting.
the
this
2019 Three Men and a Baby.
movie. I'm
It's
officially
not a bad
protesting
pick.
it.
I thought of
Pretty,
one just
pretty
now.
solid. Pretty solid.
What about John Hamm?
Yeah. And he's
What if I
he's
give
smart
you-
to go into the
Good-
comedy.
good
yeah.
job, guys.
What if I give you Paul Rudd, Rob Lowe, and John Hamm in a 3 Minute and a Baby reboot?
I don't know if I'm running to the theaters to see that because
A lot of
I
people
don't.
are though, right?
But you'll get a good opening weekend.
Will I make money?
You would make money.
Okay. Just
You
an
would make
idea.
money.
All right, take that, Hollywood.
Yep, we did it.
That only took 15 minutes.
Not
Yeah.
bad.
We just did that.
So what was the original plot? There was a woman that was with three men and she didn't know who the dad
I
was?
think someone left a baby at the door or something like that. It's
But
been a
wha-
long time since
Were
I
they
saw it.
roommates?
Yeah.
Why,
something
oh,
like
okay.
that.
I was
yeah.
like, why do they live together? Why do these three
Yeah, bachelors.
35 to 45-year-old men live together?
Oof,
So you have
I couldn't do that.
Rob
People
Lowe,
are too messy.
Paul Rudd, and
John Hamm.
John Hamm. And who would you have?
I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to go Siegel, Ham, and Jamie Foxx.
What if I take
I like
Sieg-
that.
what
I
if
like. See, I, no,
Fuck the quirkiness of Ike Barinholtz. I don't need that.
What if I take Siegel out and put Mark Wahlberg in?
Then it becomes every movie ever. And then he's going to demand Will Ferrell come on because they only make movies together now.
Yeah.
I could be a dad.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my. I'm sorry.
I'm a father.
You guys are gonna hate me. I'm gonna stick with Marvel.
Okay.
Surprise, surprise. I'm going with Chris Hemsworth.
I mean, any of these work.
Yeah, he popped in my head.
Chris Hemsworth, RDJ.
You're just taking,
He lives
Paul
in
Rudd.
you're
Travis.
just taking all the Marvel.
I'm just taking all the Avengers.
Hey, you know what?
We've done a recasting call. You took MCU.
I took MCU characters, the MCU actors, and threw them into 3 Men and a Baby.
Well, that's, I mean, to
and
be,
you could
to
probably
be,
do that.
To be fair, that kind of matches Hollywood casting anyway.
Yes,
Hey, you
yeah.
did well on this. Why not do a period piece? From
I'm
1920?
saying you're gonna. That is at least automatic opening day win. Nobody's gonna care for the plot that much. They just know Thor, Iron Man, and Ant-Man are gonna be in 3 Men and a Baby.
And they know there are going to be some references in the movie.
Oh,
there.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you know I have a hammer, and that's the movie. There, I just
can't,
wrote the second act right there. You're done.
There's something goes wrong in the apartment. Hey, they got to fix the drywall. I can't find my hammer. Where's my hammer? You know,
That's good.
We've got
it's simple. Yeah, I mean, look, that's not bad either. We could
like
go
that.
a lot of different directions here.
we've got an update.
And I want the woman to be Tiffany Haddish,
Is she in the?
because I believe Tiffany Haddish would have gotten with Chris Hemsworth, Robert Downey Jr., and Paul Rudd.
Is she in MCU?
She is not in the MCU.
Then you
Not
can't
yet.
work.
Damn it!
So then it's Scarlett Johansson.
She'll. Okay.
It works. It works. This all works. This all works. That's a movie I would see. This works. Chris, get your Hollywood types on the phone. Let's make it happen.
Hollywood types.
And just for the quirks, you could have Megan Anderson play a
Oh,
reporter.
should have known that she was going to find a way to get Megan into this entire
Kills
process.
everything.
From the Triangle Assassin, Ted Danson had a baby with a lady and didn't know it. He went out of town for an acting job, and she dropped the kid off on the other two. Hilarity ensued. That's what it was? Also, Bradley Cooper is Ted Danson, so he can reprise his role of not being in the movie for most of it.
Okay.
3 Men and a Baby needs an
All right.
all-female reboot.
Oh,
boy.
okay.
boy. Oh, we want to do that?
So wait, how does the baby?
I think that's the comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
It's pretty clear whose it is.
I like that. It's a good point. It would
Our
have
friend
to be.
Emily is giving major props to Rob Lowe, Siegel, and Rudd.
Okay. I look. I'm not gonna.
An attractive woman has spoken.
I don't think you're gonna go wrong with that either.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's.
See, we yield to the female perspective on this. That's going to be your core audience.
I mean, yeah, we're talking about
Yeah.
two gents with sex appeal. Plus, I mean, Paul Rudd's gonna have some of that.
Rob Lowe will bring in the conservative audience. The conservatives love Rob Lowe,
Yeah.
so he'll bring them in.
Hey, you keep taunting me. I'll mess around and throw Danny McBride in there if you want to get some laughs.
No, we'll have Danny McBride in the movie. Period.
As a neighbor?
We'll have him. He'll be
be
for whatever
great.
reason he'll be the villain. He'll maybe be the husband.
He'll be the
that
mailman.
Scarlett Johansson is about to marry.
No,
and the three guys are trying to tell like, no, you can't marry him. And Danny McBride is going to be Danny McBride. Like, shut up, bros.
In mine, he's the mailman, and he thinks he's the dad by implying he's been dropping off. But then she's like, "We've never. That didn't happen."
This is a
Dropping
good
off
movie.
the mail for a while.
Oh, no, you haven't.
So you're into this?
I want this to happen.
Any one of these.
3
I'm
Men and a
into.
Baby needs an
I mean,
all-female.
And then I have a director already in mind. You're gonna need some real comedy. You're gonna need some hijinks. And the king of the hijinks, Adam Sandler. I want Sandler to direct this.
Oh, this is a Sandler director.
This is a Sandler directed film. Yeah, this is a Happy Madison production.
Oh, I was gonna bring Todd Phillips back.
I thought you were going Todd Phillips. Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah. You
Todd
know what?
Phillips would be good.
Force him into it.
I just don't know
Just
if he
do
can,
it, all right, asshole.
He just makes it.
It can be rated R.
It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be able to write an okay movie with this group.
Okay, so we've got it figured out.
Right and direct.
Three dads and a baby.
I just want a Kevin James cameo. That's all. That's all.
I mean, you
I'm
could just steal Sandler's
Sandler-
thing, and it's Chris Rock, Kevin James, and David Spade.
I'm surprised he
That's
hasn't bought the rights to it. Like you're telling me if that bad boy's on Netflix, you're not stopping on a Saturday afternoon to watch that version?
Getting a stark no, all caps now from Emily.
What? No Sandler fans in the
Does
house.
Sandler do a cameo like he's thought to be the father at some point?
Yes.
All I did was touch the hiney.
All I did was touch the hiney.
No, he's the hockey coach. They take the kid to the arena to learn hockey. He's like, hey, Triangle Assassin. Is Gardner going to start absolutely freaking out that you've completely gotten derailed from the rundown that he spent hours preparing?
I didn't spend hours preparing.
There was no hours.
He never does,
But we appreciate the effort nonetheless.
right?
Got
Okay,
a few
so
links in there.
we're launching this. We're making it happen.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. What else we got to do today?
Should we do the Hollywood thing where two exact same scripts come out where it's like different names?
Ooh.
It's like, oh, the reboot of 3 Men and a Baby, but then it's also like 3 dudes and a kid. The Deep Impact
Yeah.
Armageddon effect.
Hey, which one's which? I can never remember who the president is. And
Deep Impact has the black president.
Morgan Freeman,
Yeah, there
right?
we go.
You'll
Okay.
be under the soft limestone in Missouri.
But Armageddon had
Armageddon.
the.
Armageddon.
How could I forget?
How could you forget?
But they had the president. They had the
Armageddon.
I'm pretty sure it's Armageddon.
Can we
That
get
is the best line
Can
ever.
we get
to-
that in the next Jurassic World?
Yeah,
Oh
an
my
Armageddon.
God! It's an Armageddon.
For those of you that aren't following along, whenever Armageddon came out, I was a smartass and couldn't be talked to, and informed my father the movie that was coming out with Bruce Willis, and it was pretty sure it's Armageddon. My dad's like, that's not a word.
I do believe the best presidential speech, maybe top 3, was given in Armageddon. I can't remember it specifically off the top of my head, but I remember the moment because they were walking out from the giant spaceship hangar. It was freedom and independence. Was it? I think it was freedom and
No, it was
independence.
Bill Pullman in Independence Day.
That's what I was saying, but I'm talking about in Armageddon. There was freedom
I
and
can't
independence.
see. I don't even know who was the president in that one.
Well, in Armageddon, you don't know who the president really is. They don't really reference him. You do see who he is.
Stanley Anderson.
and he gives
plays
a
the
great
Well,
president.
then he ain't the
speech.
best.
He gives a great speech though. The speech was inspiring.
Read it. Prove it.
Okay, I'll find it.
Okay, you find it. I've got a couple comments to read. Give me Damon Wayans Jr., Craig Robinson, and Hannibal Buress.
Oh,
3
no.
brothers and a baby. Jamie Moyer's Fancy Four. You could have the
I
black
like
version and the
Hannibal.
white version.
Yeah.
As much as
we
Hollywood
do
plays
that?
like it's woke, they will play to whatever audience.
Seems
sits
like
it.
a holiday
Tyler
movie.
Perry's. Tyler Perry's 3 Men and a Baby. 3 brothers and a baby.
I love the internet because they have the entire speech from Armageddon from the president. May I read it?
Well,
It's
here,
not too
course.
long.
No.
I need
hold
to
on.
give you this information real
Okay,
quick.
go for it.
And I think I knew this at one point. Fancy Foyer reminding us the original 3 Men and a Baby was directed by Leonard Nimoy. So the reboot.
Shut your face.
I remember that. So the reboot has to be directed by Zachary Quino.
because he plays Spock in the updated Star
I think
Trek.
that's how that works.
Okay.
That's a real thing.
Leonard Nimoy directed that. That is talk about a fun fact. I had no clue.
Right. I think I knew that because there's that ghost legend that there was a ghost in the background on 3 Men and a Little Baby.
Oh.
In the
Or a baby.
window.
And it was actually a cutout of Spock or something. Or
I don't know if it was Spock,
But
but,
it
there
had-
was a cardboard cutout.
What was that
Yeah.
about? I thought that was also applied to, what's the one with Dorothy going down the path?
This is really going down a hole because that one
Talking about
was
Wizard of Oz?
allegedly
go.
one
Thank
of
you.
the little people
Killed himself.
actors killed
But
himself.
I
in
heard
the
that was a
background.
myth, and there was actually just a
It was
background
set.
prop.
It was
Yeah,
a
set.
sandbag
Yeah.
on set. That's how little they think of those little people.
They thought,
Oh man, it must have killed himself.
By the way, that was
Sir,
a-
that's a 10-pound sack of sand.
what a horrible urban legend to tell children that.
Yeah. Oh, you know when you were
'Cause
smiling
you know we-
and enjoying that?
Right.
Oh,
A
really?
man thought that life was a little too much.
Tell that about the bubbleheads.
Ah, the bubbleheads are pretty dark.
I've been seeing people find out about the bubbleheads online recently. I'm like, God damn, leave
Yeah,
these
man.
people alone.
Told you.
It's that time
Okay.
of year where
It is that time
they
of year.
pop up.
All right.
All right, it was president. Was
Sorry
it,
to burst your bubble.
who was the president?
All right. So this is Armageddon speech.
Stanley Anderson,
Stanley
who
Anderson speech.
played Drew Carey's father on the Drew Carey Show.
I don't remember him either. I just know the Cleveland Rocks.
Nice.
There.
He goes, I address you tonight not as the President of the United States, not as the leader of a country, but as a citizen of humanity. We are faced with the very gravest of challenges. The Bible calls this day Armageddon, the end of all things. And yet, for the first time in the history of the planet, a species has the technology to prevent its own extinction.
By sending oil drillers into space.
All of you praying with us need to know that everything that can be done to prevent this disaster is being called into service. The human thirst for excellence, knowledge, every step up the ladder of science, every adventurous reach into space, all of our combined modern technologies and imaginations, even the wars that we fought, have provided us the tools to wage this terrible battle. Through all the chaos that is our history, through all of the wrongs and the discord, through all of the pain and suffering, through all of our times, there is one thing that has nourished our souls and elevated our species above its origins, and that is our courage. The dreams of an entire planet are focused tonight on those 14 brave souls traveling into the heavens. May we all, citizens the world over, see these events through. Godspeed, and good luck to you.
Get him out of the writer's room and into the actor's room. Wow, on set.
Even if I dream again, the sweetest thing won't never do, 'cause I miss you, baby, and I don't wanna miss a thing. Liv Tyler, your ass looking so sexy. Let me bounce some animal crackers on your breasts.
What?
Yeah.
It
well,
was
Ben-
a Cocktoberfest miracle for a moment there, and then you ruined it.
Oh, I just had to acknowledge the part where Ben Affleck had the animal crackers on the breasts.
Okay.
That was really cool. I was like, all right, Liv Tyler, holla at your boy. I like animal crackers too.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. Especially on Liv Tyler's breasts.
What's your favorite animal cracker?
It is definitely the lion.
Mm.
Vanilla lion. Ooh, plot twist. I was going to go with chocolate. Psych. Nope, I like the vanillas. Oh,
Yeah. Well,
I guess that's kind of true.
mm-hmm.
Chocolate,
There's
animal crackers, animal blackface.
Well, it depends.
Answer the question.
No.
Because he thinks they're delicious.
They are very good.
Because you eat them.
They are very tasty.
They provide
Anything you eat
sustenance.
can't have that on it, I guess, or can't be.
I don't know. You could make some really offensive cookies, I bet.
Oh, that's fair. I am wrong.
It's terrible.
I am wrong.
Real
Well,
quick, I want to thank St. Louis Counseling Services for being a part of the show. They record their podcast, Mental Health Matters, right here. They have an array of guests on. They've had former pro athletes, reporters, comics, all kinds of mental health professionals. You can listen to it online on their website, stlouiscounseling.org. And if you or someone you know is looking for mental health services, counseling, they're right here in St. Louis. They've been improving lives since 1955. Schools, businesses, individuals, they're here to help us. St. Louis Counseling. Check them out online at stlouiscounseling.org. Do we want to get into your Cocktoberfest, sir?
Sure. It's a big day, actually, for Cocktober.
It's time for Cocktoberfest.
It is. It has been going
Hey,
on.
let's look how pretty that is.
Happy 29th day of Cocktoberfest. I wish it could go on forever. And I know everyone else feels the same way in this studio.
Mm.
Oh, okay. No pop culture today.
No pop culture.
We will have 2 songs to add to the Cocktoberfest playlist. But today we're giving away the inaugural Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yes. Now, Chris, this individual exudes whiteness. If there was a king of the white kingdom, if there was a white Wakanda, he would be your T'Challa. This is the individual that whites society over look up to with great reverence and esteem, and to have this individual as the very first Lifetime Achievement winner during Cocktoberfest. What a time, Chris. What a moment for you and I to be witnesses to this moment. And we are fortunate to have an amazing listening and watching audience to join us for the special occasion.
And we'll get to that in just a little bit here.
Ooh, that was my tease.
First-
call me teasing like this, like, hey, baby girl, you want some of that? That's what I call a tease.
You are awkward with that.
I apologize.
It's strange
It's
that
right
it-
there.
that's
It's
what he
long
thinks,
and
so.
black, and it's near her
Not
face. What
good
do you want me
with
to
your
do?
hands.
I'm sorry.
Why don't we say the prayer first?
Okay, Chris, you going to join us today?
I'll hang out and
Okay.
make sure you do it the right way.
All right, in the name of Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson.
Appropriation
and white flight, destined Florida.
You know what I look forward to for Blackuary? Because generally black people prayers are 15 minutes long, and I can't wait till we do that every show in February.
I told you.
15-minute
Can
long
you write it out
prayers.
for me so I have a
No,
script?
no problem.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of cadence. It's going to be a lot of interruptions from a choir, but it's going to be an intense black
Will it be-
prayer. Mm-hmm.
I told you I felt bad for passing judgment on a.
Now we praying. Now we praying. Blackuary player. The Blackuary player. We'll get there.
I'll be
I will have fun. I will enjoy
I'm
that.
looking forward to it.
I did pass judgment on a preacher that was doing a pre-ceremony, off-the-cuff prayer and was not up to snuff on the improv skills.
Yeah, you better.
I was like, listen,
You got to know
you may
your-
be
You're
God's.
gonna deviate.
you're gonna
You may be
deviate. Okay, good
God's.
point.
Yeah, if you're gonna go custom and you're gonna be God's mouthpiece,
You
like
gotta know what you're doing.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna need some. I don't
I
need
agree.
you to just. I don't need you to say a sentence, pause for 7 seconds, and then say, nourishment.
Okay, okay, I need a
No.
reenactment of this. Play that
No.
back one more time. All right, so,
So
how
what's
did he go?
How's he starting
She.
the prayer?
She.
How's she starting the prayer?
Okay, ooh, yeah, I want to hear this. Give me a rundown of this because this sounds hilarious.
So we all gather up, and it's a food event, and it's in the bottom of a church, and so it's awesome. It's very nice that they're holding us there, right, and or hosting us there. And she's like, "All right, gather around. We're gonna bless the food and thank everybody for coming in." And it just turns into 4.5 minutes that could have been 20 seconds of just kind of tiptoeing along, and then just the worst version of jazz you've ever applied to a public speaking situation. And it's all right, gather hands.
Was it Ben
just-
Stiller and
Yeah.
Meet the Parents?
Dear Heavenly Father.
Dear Lord.
And then you give it a minute. Heavenly Father, we thank you. We all thank you for getting us on this. It starts a little buzzwordy on this most perfect of nights to
Most
celebrate
perfect of nights.
to celebrate our brother in your arms, and just what a nice night. We're so nourishment from you is what we crave for our soul.
Not crave. Don't throw
For
crave
our
in my
s-
prayer.
For our soul. And as your children, we certainly believe your shepherding is nourishment. Thank you.
Gardner, can you
Hard to eat after that.
can you
just-
freestyle a prayer?
Please
I
never
don't
do
know.
that. I don't care if you speak every Sunday for 10 years. Don't go off the script if you don't have a script to go with. Like, it's not. Give me an Our Father and call it a night.
See, growing up in the black church, like you just pick it up. Like again, my father.
I've never
was-
been asked to. My brother and I have been in trouble
Oh,
at the Gardner
I
family
crush it.
since.
You crush prayer? What's your
Crush
prayer?
it.
Give me a preview of your prayer.
You go short and sweet, baby.
What do you say? What do you start off with?
Just want to say big thank you to everybody for coming out.
Big
tonight.
thank you for everybody. Wait.
He goes
Wait.
in.
Are you hosting the happiest hour at
Yeah.
your Thanksgiving dinner?
You should do
No, you
opening
do.
prayers from now
You
on.
you
do.
do.
Oh, I do. I'll keep it short. I'll be
No,
like,
I mean at comedy.
yeah, we should. We absolutely should. You hit it quick, and you hit it efficiently.
Are you thanking sponsors in your prayer?
Yes, right. You give a shout out to the Missouri Department of Transportation for their work on the highways, getting us here. Everybody, hey, big thanks for Grandpa's shirt being properly tucked in this time around. Hey, you know what I'm saying, right, Uncle Pal?
He's got jokes in his
yeah.
prayer. I like this.
People are looking
we
around
just,
like, what the
overall, we just want to thank you for the wonderful food and good times ahead. Amen. Boom.
Nice. Look
Off
at
to
you.
dinner.
So you got like a little comedy in there. You got a little certain references, little
There's no
sponsorship
point.
highlighted.
There's no point in pulling out this crap that nobody says on a daily basis. No, you say, "Hey, we're great. It's great to be here together, huh? Give it up for yourselves,
Give it up for
everybody."
yourselves, everybody. What do you Is gaslight? What? I'm so confused.
Who loves the blues? You do, Uncle Paul.
This flyover?
Oh, boy.
Is it?
Yeah, my brother and I have not been asked to do anything ever since the one Christmas when Grandma asked someone to do Grace, and my brother went, "Grace, she died 30 years ago." And we started reenacting the scene from Christmas Vacation,
Oh,
and then
sweet
I popped in and I go, "The blessing!" And then my dad, my brother, and I all started laughing, and everyone else was just looking at us like we were idiots.
Yeah.
Well,
Ever since then,
Correct in that assessment.
we have not been asked to.
we've got a suggestion from Kim in the comments. God's neat. Let's eat.
God's need less.
Thank you, Jesus.
No, we got to.
I would just, if I were asked, I would just go with the simple traditional prayer. That
What's wrong with saying?
I would just do the
great
bless
to
us.
see everybody, and we're
Yeah.
really happy about this
man.
food.
Nah, man.
I kind of
You
like.
understand, we
If I
gotta-
were asked, I might do that now, Chris. You might have inspired me.
There's no point to do anything else.
That-
No
I
one's
can't-
gonna be mad at you. Well, it's a little short.
I can't do
They're
the
starving.
Bless us, our Lord, and these thy gifts
may.
which we are
No,
about
that's
to
fine.
receive with thy body.
How about
Okay,
this?
Lord, amen.
That's not bad.
We have a Blackuary question. Do
Okay.
you care to field it?
That's valid. Let's go for it.
Birch is wondering if he has to wait till 10 to eat breakfast in Blackuary.
Man, we ain't getting up that damn early. Yeah, you gotta wait to 10. Go back to sleep with your hungry ass, and we'll wake you up when it's time. Waking up all early for what?
Are we changing
It's
the
the holidays.
Are we changing the show time for that month?
As a heads up, we may have to start like at 11.
Monday through Friday, sometime.
Maybe.
We'll see you when we see
We'll
you.
see you when we see you.
See
Hey,
you
man,
on
I'm
the
on my way. Man, it's 8:15. Yeah, man, I'm parking now. You're on the highway, aren't you? You're asking a lot of questions right now. No, I grew up in a very, very black family, so everybody got to get a prayer in.
Is
Wait,
this
there's
bad?
more than one prayer?
Should I have? Oh no.
Oh, God.
Should I? And it's like
That's terrible.
should I have kind of gave the old Apollo hook? Like should I have been like, well, we do appreciate it and thank you, Reverend.
I feel
And they're
like no,
oh,
you can't do that. You
no.
can't like
Should I
no
have
one
said
gets the
that?
Apollo hook.
Okay, thank you.
Can't. Look, man, when you become like, there's a reason, like you have certain perks when you become a reverend or a pastor, and that's one of them. You cannot pull them off stage. Like I've seen priests go too far at a wedding. Like they just
Oh,
really
man.
go into we've talked about this before. They go
Can I
into an
start
entire
calling
routine.
A priest when they do the homily? Can I start calling that their set?
Oh, definitely. And look,
Hey, nice set,
Nice
Father.
set, Father.
I don't
Tough
understand.
crowd. You pulled him back in.
Every Catholic wedding I've gone to is 15 minutes at the Comedy Store. That's what it turns into.
You
I
just
don't know what it
you
is
gotta
about
get
Catholic
through the
priests.
homily.
What is it with
Depending
Catholic
on the
priests
year,
wanting to get
depending
in
on
there?
the time of year, Cardinals reference or Blues reference.
Always
Maybe a
Blues.
Rams reference, depending on the.
Hopefully,
on the
this
couple.
wedding lasts longer than the Blues without Tarasenko or something.
The Rams left town. More of you have shown up to church
Hey,
now.
that was a popular one for
Oh,
several
yeah.
years.
You know, Steve here, I've only seen him on Donut Sundays once a month for the last few years. So whenever I put him through the marriage classes, I was so happy to see everybody.
My favorite thing is using in a black church, using whatever is popular to tell people not to do something and then doing the opposite of what's that's popular. So it'd be like Trump on the wall. It'd be like, well, you're worried about a wall. You need to get that wall from around your heart and open it up to Christ. So they'll do that. So whatever's the pop culture moment, whatever in the
And then
right.
if I'm in a black church, is that where I sit? That's right.
That's right. Amen.
There's
Y'all sitting up here worried about Thanos in Endgame. What about the devil's Endgame?
Oh, yeah. Or a snap.
Yep. You want to looking for Iron Man to save you? There's only one man that can, and that's Jesus.
Oh, that's good.
That's
You should
really
be a
good.
preacher.
Say, I've been to the mountain.
I've been to the mountain.
Which mountain?
There was no Frodo.
Space Mountain? Been to Space
It's
Mountain?
been Space Mountain. Let's go with that one. I ain't been to no mountain. What the hell I look like? I ain't been no mountain, not in this weather. So
You-
yeah, whatever
you-
the pop culture
You
moment
nerds
is.
talking about Mordor.
Mm-hmm.
You need to worry about Lucifer.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I don't believe that anyone of your community's been to the mountain. I've never seen anyone mountain climbing.
We've been to large hills.
Is that thing all a lie now?
I wouldn't say
Ooh.
there was technically the idea.
Oh, he said been to the mountain. Did he
didn't
say
say that.
mountaintop?
Well, you didn't say nothing about no mountaintop.
Okay.
No, we can go to the
You
mountain.
can go to the mountain,
Yeah.
not to the mountaintop.
Ain't nobody going to no top.
Okay.
That's where the Lord is going to take you. You get to the mountain, and He takes you up.
That makes more sense now.
Dub Nation. More like God Nation.
Don't worry about Blues and their Stanley Cup as long as you're drinking from the cup of Jesus.
Baseball heaven.
Don't worry about getting into baseball heaven and getting to the green seats.
Oh, that's true.
Get into heaven in these seats.
Let me take you to heaven's green seats.
Oh, I like that. Because you can have a season pass for eternity.
No charge, except the kindness of your heart.
Ooh, look at that. See, you get it. You get it, baby. Look at you.
And while we're at
Oh, I might go to a black church
Get
for
your black church
one-to-one
on,
time.
all right?
Totally.
Tell you, baby.
it, totally, just since we're on the subject, a few of you parishioners may have been at actual Busch Stadium last week. That was not the first lady of the church, Charlotte. She was out of town. Sister Annette was there helping me in my godly ways at Busch Stadium. Spread the word. We thought it was Christian family night. Her husband happened to also be out of town, and silence is a virtue. Thank you.
By the way, if you
Every
are
preacher
going
ever,
to
right?
have a side piece, maybe not take them out to public sporting events.
It's probably not the best
Just
idea.
a suggestion to anyone in the area, in the metro area of St. Louis, maybe specifically around the Ladue area. Make sure that when you got a side piece, you don't take them to a public sporting event.
What if you're the side
Especially
piece?
when you're yourself a fairly popular individual.
Oh, you're saying.
Just
If you happen to maybe used to make really dramatic catches in center field.
if you're kind of like an icon of a very popular sporting organization, people know who you are from maybe some reality TV. Again, I'm not one to offer advice, but if I were to be one, I would say maybe not have the mistress in Instagram photos.
I did see that
Alleging that's not true.
someone
Allegedly.
like that responded yesterday, I guess.
Yikes.
I'm staying out of
Boy,
that.
he could.
Man, that's getting like every
He
time
could
I open
hit
up.
some dingers.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you
You're
can.
not supposed to have that power and that defense.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'll forgive him for anything. 'Cause,
We're just like we talked about with
gonna
the.
be honest.
If it's sports, man, it's
Gonna be honest.
We're idiots.
we're idiots.
do not-
Like,
Do not care what that man does in his personal life.
like, man, that's
You know,
because
but did you see the catches he made? in
because
Angel
that's
Stadium?
everyone's response. Everybody's been like,
Don't
that
care.
is so sad. But remember that home run he hit against the Astros
Oh
in
my
04?
gosh.
What a moment.
Like, he had an underrated arm. Start breaking
You
it
just
down.
start breaking down everything but
You
the
got to think, he
situation.
was in his late 30s, still playing right field. Kim wants us to
Should
do.
be in the Hall of Fame still. I mean, I don't blame him.
I
out
think
here.
he got hosed on that.
Of course.
Can you guys start doing live sermons on Sundays? Gardner, you're up here. Why not? Just flip on the camera.
Y'all worrying about the Jedi. You need to worry about the Lord. Because he has the real force.
Okay. There you go. Star Wars. Yeah, I mean, we could do something.
The best thing ever, I'm telling you.
You know, we could. Kanye has his, what is it?
It's a Sunday service.
We could
He
do
has
our
his
own.
gospel album that
Travis,
he dropped last
you
week.
could do your own one Sunday.
I'm more than happy to. It'd be blasphemous. My mother will completely disown me, but sure. Anything for content.
Why?
My mama don't play that. My
But-
mama heard that last segment. She may not invite me to Thanksgiving
For what?
because my mama don't be
Because you're
talking.
showing how.
She's like, you're talking about the church folk. Don't be talking about the church folk.
What's wrong with talking about church
Can't
folk?
talk about the church folk.
Why not?
They're off limits, man, because they're inside the church.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't make the rules.
Who makes the rules?
I think Jesus.
But he's not even around.
Ah, you don't know that.
Is he in my heart?
Probably.
So he is around?
He is.
I contend that you even being silly and then just talking about your life a little would be 100% more genuine than some of the hucksters that do go live on Sunday mornings.
Yeah.
Man, they are.
What do you think of that?
Many of them are very much hucksters.
I do worry about
Send
the
that to
Lord.
your mama.
No, don't send that to mama. Please
I
don't
am.
send that to mama, please.
Tom worries
I
about
know
the
where
Lord.
she works.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
The Dark Lord of the Sith, Darth freaking Vader,
Yeah, that's true.
is Tom.
That's a good point. I think about that.
What else we got? World Series, Astros,
We could do that.
Nationals.
National need not to worry about getting swept. If you're going to get swept up by Jesus.
Okay.
On the road, there's a lot of churches in Houston. You saw what those Nationals did. They were 2-0.
There are
They
a
go,
lot of,
they go
there are
back
a
to
lot
the,
of churches in
There are a
Houston.
lot of
There's a
churches
large
in
one that
Houston,
wouldn't let
yes.
people in.
Yeah.
Well,
they
it
go
was
back
funny.
to they go back to Washington D for devil, C for Christ. D comes before C in Washington, D.C.,
That's a good point.
and in the hearts of many Americans.
Uh-huh.
That's a good
A lot of
point.
devils and demons
that's right.
walking around Washington, D.C.
That's a good
That's
point.
right. See what
Amen.
happened to them Nationals when they went
Amen,
home?
Pastor.
That's
Amen,
the wrong
Pastor.
home. Their
Amen.
home
That's
should
right,
be in the
Pastor.
heart of the Lord.
All right, Pastor.
Now
All
watch.
right.
Just watch when they get back to that good Jesus energy down in Houston, Texas. Go Nationals.
Is
that the organ?
Yep, that's the organ. Now that's another thing. Now you talking about adding the N word to a punchline to get 30% laughter?
Do they say the N-word in church?
They do not.
They should.
They do not.
I
I've
pay
never been in
attention.
church where
Does-
that's happened.
when
I'm
they-
trying to, I had to stop
say-
and think about it. Like,
say-
wait,
say-
I've heard some things in church, but that wasn't that.
Say, what's your favorite scripture, N-word?
No, I'm not saying that. That's a combination of blasphemous and racism.
It's not racist.
That's racist as hell.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Nevertheless,
It doesn't matter.
What's up, Judas? My,
organs add more flair. I think
it sounds like he's saying Oregons.
Yeah.
Oregon, is it Oregon?
Oregon.
Oregon. I'm saying Oregon.
It sounded like you said
It
Oregon.
did sound like I said
There's
Oregon.
a Portland, Oregon in church.
There's a Portland, Oregon in church. But Oregon does.
What's the
add-
capital of Oregon?
It is Olympia.
No, that is Washington.
Don't tell me. It is. Wait, Portland is the capital.
No,
of
it is
Oregon.
not.
Oh, it's not.
No.
It is.
Think witch trials.
Salem.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Salem, Oregon.
I did not know that. I'm usually good with my capitals. I didn't realize that.
There you go.
How about them apples?
What were you talking about?
We were talking about your
Organs.
organs. Add an organ to any church rant.
Uh-huh.
It's 20 times better.
Is there like a real good organ song for church?
I
Like you
can't
know how I
remember.
like Here I Am, Lord?
Right.
That's my favorite church song.
My favorite.
That or Jesus, Lamb of God.
My favorite church song is I got a feeling everything's gonna be alright. Oh, I got a feeling everything's gonna be alright. Holy Ghost told me gonna be alright. Be alright. Be alright. Be alright. Yeah. Doom 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom.
That's fun.
Go to a black church. Get a chance, go to a black church today. If you're in the neighborhood, just stop into
Why?
a black church. Good times, man. Good times be
Is there
had.
some around here?
Several.
Maybe can you just go play the organ for me?
Maybe, I'm sure they
Do
would
they
not
do just
mind.
random
I
organ
don't
concerts?
think they do, but I don't think
Can
they
I
do
request that?
You probably could.
And what's the name of that song you just sang?
Everything's gonna be all right.
And I could request that maybe.
Yeah.
Could
I'll
we?
tip.
Could we take the blues organ player into a church and do like a
Jeremy Boyer.
like an undercover? Yeah, Jeremy Boyer, like an undercover boss type of thing, or like a surprise thing. Like remember when they took Jewel to a karaoke bar and they were like, "This girl's okay."
She's just okay.
Yeah, she had the fake nose on it. Could we do that with Jeremy Boyer? And they're like, "Oh, white boy can play." Sermon's got a little more of a pep to it this morning.
My friend Don,
People start doing the power play dance inside the church.
he knows he's friends with the organ player at Busch Stadium. Don actually has 3 organs himself in his condo.
I'm sure he's the best neighbor in the world.
He's played them for me.
Okay.
He's got a nice, what is it, a Steinway? He's got a Steinway piano in there.
Steinway.
Grand
Fancy.
piano. And he's got, it's nice.
I feel like the piano's something that you aim to pick up in your yesteryears.
I tried when I was younger.
Okay.
I had a nice little Casio keyboard for a little while. But then I moved on to the trumpet once I hit middle school.
Trumpet's a very popular in the black church. You can play the trumpet in the black church. You are a hero.
I haven't played in 12, 13 years. I'd have to relearn everything. Because the key with the trumpet is the embouchure. And your lips have to be a certain way, and you have to, I mean, it definitely is a muscle. So you have to get that right again. I think I could remember some of the scales still. The fingerings, as they say.
Hey now.
Take it easy.
I'm down there, pal.
I can remember those just mentally, some of them, but I don't think I could play high enough to hit the scales that you would like to, because you'd have to retrain yourself to be able to play higher notes.
Okay.
Hey, girl, you
But
want to play trumpet on your thing?
Mm-mm.
on your thing,
On your thing?
is it because I said fingering?
Yep.
And
what
that's
it
why you're
was.
doing that?
Yep.
You can also triple tongue, remember, as a trumpet player. No, it's not like that. It's the sound you make, where it's like a dedika 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 dedika,
Oh, I'll be thudika if you know what I mean.
or deka 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 deka, which is double tonguing.
Yeah, I'll double tongue you, girl.
So if you do the triple tongue, you can make the trumpet sound like it's two instruments playing at the same time.
Oh.
You should hear it. You know, listen to Wynton Marsalis play
Okay.
Carnival of Venice.
Okay.
I feel like that's enough space between Travis's statement
Okay.
and the music to tell you guys about Hillside Animal
There you
Hospital.
go. Smart play.
Our friend Dr. Ed comes in every Wednesday.
He's a triple
Dogs
tonguer.
on Film. That's right. He grew up right here in St. Louis, Missouri, and he's had Hillside Animal Hospital for many years. Full service veterinary medical facility located right here, St. Louis, Missouri. Professional, courteous staff. Hillside seeks to provide the best possible medical care, surgical care, and dental care for their highly valued patients. Check out more information at hillsideanimalhospital.net. You can get resources, all kinds of information that can help you. You can meet their team. It's very easy to find them online. If you want to take your animal there, we would appreciate it greatly. They support us, so you support them. You can tune in every Wednesday at 9 a.m. for Dogs on Film, where Sean voices it. I typically win, and then Dr. Ed and Travis crack wise and have a good time, everybody.
Did you want to go to your songs for your?
We'll
Oh,
do
get those tomorrow.
we'll
I
do
thought.
no, the songs we'll do next hour. We'll do everything next hour now.
Okay.
So the songs and
Your unveiling
of
of.
the
Unveiling. I love when he says that.
inaugural Lifetime
Unveiling.
Achievement Award.
Okay. Well,
I was
we'll
gonna
keep
say,
Oktoberfest flowing.
Travis, why don't you take us to break with a church song?
You don't want to do a crappy improv prayer?
I can do a prayer maybe to take us to break.
I feel like you'll be too convincing.
Dear Lord, thank you for waking us up this morning, breathing air into our lungs, life.
They do just kind of
into
start
our
talking,
spirit.
and they say things, and then say spirit, or they'll say like, and the scripture leads me.
Lord, you have brought us out of trouble and tribulation.
Mm.
You have motivated our spirit when we weren't ready to be motivated.
We weren't ready.
But here we are in front of this smorgasbord.
Thanks to Ryan's for letting us have church here.
Thank you to the Ryan staff, staying late, preparing this fine meal for us today. Lot of salt, plenty of sugar, seasoned with the blessings of the Holy Ghost.
Oh, nice. Nice bowl.
We are gathered here together one more time for fellowship.
One more time.
Because without you, it wouldn't be us.
Who?
Us. And if it wasn't for us, we wouldn't be with you.
That's how they do it, people. That's all that you need to know. Thank you, Brother
In the
Travis.
name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Ghost, Black Church, Spirit, White Church?
I think I've heard white churches say ghost.
Yeah, maybe Baptist.
Definitely. That's what it is.
Good talk. Let's get Gardner and Menthol. We'll take a quick break. We are live. Check out midcoast.media for more information on our company. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. It's We Are Live. Big thanks to everybody for tuning in. If you missed the first hour, you can check that out anywhere podcasts are available. Huge thanks to you guys for tuning in, and huge thanks to all of our great sponsors on the show. Gardner, Travis, both here. Everybody in the comments, you've had a big morning. We've been going into a lot, but Gardner, you've prepared a lot for your Cocktober day today.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into that and maybe some music. Others, maybe there's an award, that we need to get to. Where do you feel like we need to jump right in?
Why don't we start with our Cocktoberfest playlist? Let's add 2 more songs. Are you ready?
Okay.
Please.
All right. Your first one? Joy Division. Love will tear us apart. Love will tear us apart by Joy Division.
Why is Joshua Jackson and Tony Hawk in this band?
Which one's Joshua Jackson?
The far guy on the right,
Okay.
and Tony Hawk, far guy on the left.
I'll give you Tony Hawk. That was funny.
All right. Only 2 albums.
Is that one
by
of your
this group.
favorite things that Tony Hawk does? That he takes pictures of people who say, you look like Tony Hawk. Sorry, back to the Joy Division.
No, only 2 albums by Joy Division, I believe.
That is a lot of cultural significance for
Yeah.
2 albums.
That's 2 albums. I don't know this song. I'll be honest with you guys.
You don't know. Love will tear us apart. No?
Was R. Kelly on that?
No,
Okay.
he was not. Of course, Ian Curtis, their front man, their lead singer, who's you can see there in the overcoat smoking a cigarette, tragically killed himself
Oh, that's terrible.
before they set out. I believe it was the day before they were to set out on their first North American tour.
That's awful.
Terrible.
And then they later became New Order, the members of that group.
Oh. So they joined Hulk Hogan
No, not.
and
No.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
That's
He was
not
in.
the
He
same
was
one.
in town last night.
I was going to say,
He
we've got
was.
plenty to talk about with that, don't
Yeah,
we?
we
But
do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
we do.
continue down the playlist.
And so we'll go with Joy Division. Love will tear us apart. And the other song for today, Travis, you know this one.
Oh boy.
Eminem.
Now this is weird that you have an African American rapper during Cocktoberfest.
Lose yourself.
When you're the greatest, you transcend.
The greatest rapper of all time, Eminem.
Okay. All right. All right. Look now. We've had some great times during Cocktoberfest, and I've allowed you guys. I've given you
Why'd he go
a
last on
wide
that one
berth.
song?
I've given you guys a wide berth. A wide berth. Let's slow our roll just a little bit.
Why'd he go last on that one song?
Because it's like
Nobody wanted to
the
follow
white,
him.
The white rapper going to the back of the bus.
Mm-mm.
It's the equivalent.
Drake, Lil Wayne, Kanye, they didn't want anything to do with that.
And
They're
then
like,
the
"Ooh."
best.
That's right.
Okay, guys.
That was, hey,
Let's-
great opening sets, guys. We're going to let Eminem take it from here.
Okay, let's slow down, everybody.
It'd be a poll question today. Is Eminem the greatest rapper of all time?
Ooh, let's watch the world burn. Did you see, just since we're talking about hip hop in general,
Slim Shady, boy.
Chance the Rapper over the weekend hosted Saturday Night Live?
Second time for Chance, by the way.
Had a, he shouted, well, Adam Carolla was a verse in the monologue rap.
What do you say?
I'll keep it short, and we can't play it or we get pulled. It was essentially saying he's from Chicago, the second city, and he only likes the second best of everything. So it was like, what was he talking about? They were just everything like, second, whatever. And he goes, Jimmy Kimmel's all right, but I'm a real fan of Adam Carolla. Because it's, I only I'm only into the second best of everything.
That's funny. That's pretty good.
So Joy Division and the greatest rapper of all time, Eminem, on your Cocktoberfest playlist today. How you feel about that, Travis?
I'm happy he's joined the playlist. We finally got some rap on there, so that's good. I do. See, you guys are doing it in jest, and I get it. It's a shtick.
Oh, is it?
But
seems to be
people
bothering you.
people who say that seriously are the same people who stared at their mother when they got out of the shower.
Oh, no.
So
Do you guys want to hear? Do you want to hear that lyrics real quick?
Yeah.
And it's a Google ad. Thank you. All right, here we go. Ready, Travis?
Okay.
Now, I love Chicago, the city that fathered me, called the second city, but that doesn't bother me. I've got to tell you, I think it's the reverse, because sometimes the second best is better than the first. Whatever website this is killing me, it's going up and down a bunch. Sometimes second best is better than the first. Like, I don't like Google, I use Bing. I like French fries from Burger King. When it comes to Harry Potter, people give me grief because I prefer Percy Jackson, the lightning thief.
That's good.
I only drink Pepsi, never Coca-Cola. Jimmy Kimmel's fine, but I love Adam Carolla. And Robin Gibb, favorite BG. Robin Gibb. I hate Mario, love the Ouija. I'm the kind of guy that likes the second best better. I'm the kind of guy that likes the second best one. I like DMC better than Run because I'm the kind of guy that's the second best, son. That's pretty good. And then there was another thing with Kyle Mooney, but yeah, pretty solid.
Chance
So
the
that was
Rapper.
Cocktober Miracle, me talking through a rap.
Chance the Rapper. I can't put my finger on him. It's like he's
Maybe that'd be Assault.
That probably would be. He's like the Walmart version of Donald Glover.
What? I
Yeah.
thought Chance the Rapper was like, wait, what?
No, he's like the Walmart version of Donald Glover. It's like off. I mean, he doesn't like Donald Glover is stupidly talented.
Oh, okay.
Chance
I
the
thought you were
Rapper
I think Chance
is
the Rapper's
very
like way better than
talented.
him.
No, not way better than Donald Glover.
That's what I thought. I don't know.
Have you like Donald Glover literally does everything.
Oh, you
excellent.
mean okay, I thought you were just talking about rapping.
I'm talking like
there's-
as far as like a multifaceted, talented individual. Like I think Donald Glover, and I think it's like Jamie Foxx, Donald Glover, and then like you kick down a couple rows, there's Chance the Rapper.
They're like the new Sammy Davis Jr.
All right.
I wish honestly Jamie Foxx, and it's probably not his jam, but I noticed that he is apparently dating a comedian, a prominent comedian right now.
Who?
Because him and Katie officially broke it off a few months ago. Gosh, she's out of New York. I forget her name. You'll probably know who she is. But fact of the matter is, I think Jamie Foxx would be really. I would love for him to go on tour to do a Sammy Davis type of tour where it's comedy and music. He's done that before. I know he did it for his I Might Need Security special, one of the best comedy specials
Can
of all
he
time.
tap dance?
Cannot tap dance, but Jamie Foxx is so good on his feet, and he is so.
So it's updated then, is what you would
Yes,
call it. Would be
I would.
updated.
I'm a big fan of Jamie Foxx. I'm starting to finally see him in more bigger projects. I think he is. Him and Donald Glover, like I don't know what they have to do to get together for a project, but I hope they get together and do one very soon. They're
That would be
very talented.
monstrous.
That would be awesome. I'm big fans of both of those. two gentlemen.
Jamie Foxx spotted with comedian Natalie Friedman hours before Katie Holmes debuted. Sexy look.
He's a tall white girl. I guess he's into tall, skinny girls. Tall, skinny white girls.
Natalie Friedman.
Yeah, I've seen her set. I want to say she did something recently on Comedy Central, but
don't think
again, I
I've
could
seen
be
her.
wrong. But nevertheless, Chance the Rapper, very, very funny on SNL. To get for a guy that's a rapper to get 2 hosting spots on SNL, he must have really resonated with the cast and Lorne Michaels. That doesn't happen a ton. Because I want to say he did it about a
think it-
year and a half ago. He did the Let's Do That Hockey.
Do you
Was
think
that about a
he-
year ago, year and a half ago, I think?
Do you think he surprised people? Like they were like, "Oh shit."
I think he surprised people in general. Like I think he has a ton of personality. Period. I didn't think people expected it to translate over to sketch comedy, but he does sketch comedy very well. He's very good at that. I don't know if he has that in his background, but he's surprisingly good. He's kind of like, I guess he's almost like the new Timberlake. No, Timberlake snuck up on people for his sketch comedy skills.
I would almost say.
Which, by the way,
Peyton Manning. There was a little.
Peyton
people were
Manning, too.
infatuated with his appearance because they were like, "You're not supposed to be able to sell this."
Not only did he sell it, like he was, I think it was the what was the United Way commercial where he was telling the kids they suck and he was throwing footballs at the back of their head.
Heads.
That was one of the funniest sketches I think SNL's ever done. Peyton, and I think it worked for Peyton because we all expected Peyton to be this button-up conservative square, and this
Well, a lot
guy's
of
got great
athletes go on
timing.
and
yeah.
you see where you're like, "Oh, sketch comedy is
It's
not for
no,
everybody."
it's not. But yeah, shout out to Chance. Congratulations on a second appearance. On
You know the
SNL.
best thing about Fox and Glover, Travis?
What's that?
They almost have as much talent as Justin Timberlake.
It's October. I got to let you guys have it.
All right, I didn't know if you'd lose it a little
I
bit.
got to let you guys have that one.
All this talk.
Are we ready to
Still, Eminem is the best rapper. What were you gonna ask, Travis?
I was going to ask, are we ready to announce the Lifetime Achievement Award for the second annual Oktoberfest?
Yeah, we are.
Dum, 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 dum,
Are you
dum,
ready?
dum, 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 dum,
That seems like a
dum,
yes.
dum, dum, dum. Yes.
Is everyone else ready?
We are ready.
Walnuts, are you ready?
Big day.
It's a very deserving person. The inaugural Oktoberfest Lifetime Achievement Award. Larry Joe Bird is the recipient. Larry Bird, the hick from French Lick. Wow.
This is a big one.
Can we get a close-up? Okay, so we see Larry's stash, famous stash.
Look at the hair in this picture.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And let's go to Chris's camera, and let's check out his stash. Compare that to Larry Bird.
Do you want
Man.
to give the like kind
I
of
wish
slack,
we had a
slack
s-
mouth?
Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's Larry Bird right
that.
there, baby. That's nice.
Way to celebrate Cocktober, Chris.
Oh, my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Larry Joe Bird.
Is it the man? It's also weird. It's light, like looks like I have a red mustache or like a blonde one. It's kind of
It
strange. It is weird how that works.
Larry Bird. I wonder how divisive Larry Bird would be today. And here's what I mean.
Let's see.
Larry Bird was divisive for the 80s. Like, up until that point, have we seen a baller of that caliber? We're talking about an elite baller that was white. Who was prior to Larry Bird? Who was the elite white baller in the league?
Pistol Pete?
Pistol
maybe?
Pete,
Mm,
but he wasn't.
I mean Jerry West. I mean,
Yeah. So that was, but Larry Bird, I think the reason why he really shined and why he first, of course, he came into the league same time as Magic. So you create a great rivalry between the Celtics and the Lakers
One that began
in
college.
college. It began in college.
the 1979 NCAA title game.
Michigan State versus Indiana State.
Those two right there.
that's so wild.
That's so wild. And that rivalry, of course, entered into the league. And I think Magic helped, for a wrestling term, get Larry Bird over.
Oh, wait,
because
hold on here.
Eh,
Hold on.
hold on, let me
Is this
explain.
a
Let me
re-
explain.
this is a
No, no,
reverse
no, no,
green
no.
book.
No, not necessarily. Here's what I'm saying is, as far as
You tried to pull reverse green book in Cocktober?
no, the brothers were iffy on Larry. Like, in the sense that, man, he ain't that good. But when Magic was like, nah, he's that good, that's when the rest of the league, I think, was like,
vouched.
he vouched. He was like, nah, I didn't play in the mean streets at Michigan, and this white boy can hoop. And I think that ultimately helped. And then, of course, Larry Bird's exceptional play and being the face of the Celtics for an entire decade certainly did it. But
A white man in Boston.
white man about didn't see that coming. But it was that not like the
a
perfect
it's
out
a
of central casting?
Yeah, it's a perfect spot for
Perfect
him.
spot for him.
He comes from Indiana.
Yes.
He has the nickname the Hick from French Lick.
It's just obvious as Gordon Hayward being a Boston Celtic.
Yeah.
That's how obvious it was for Larry Bird to be a Celtic. Larry Bird was a bad boy.
It just fit.
Larry Bird was a bad boy. There are times
So
where I'm just
good.
like, man, y'all overhype him. But then you look at the numbers, and you go, no, that man
Watch
was
him
good.
play, and like that was the era where like
You had to be physical.
they beat the dog shit
yeah,
out
they
of each
did.
other.
Yes, they did,
I
Chris.
mean,
You're
he's
right.
so good that Travis actually
Look at that.
put this together. And
Hey, man.
This is the album cover, the cover art for
That's
the
great.
Cocktoberfest playlist.
One of the greatest moments in All-Star Weekend history. And Chris, you've mentioned it before, where Larry Bird is in the locker room full of All-Stars and
Yeah.
says, which one of you coming in second place?
Which one of you assholes is taking second?
And Larry Bird went out there, and that shot right there, the ball is still in the air. The ball is literally, you can see the ball boys underneath still looking up. The
It's-
ball is still in the air as he's walking off.
Look at those legs.
That's some ball of shit right there.
It takes It takes a special person to not make people annoyed at their competitiveness, right? Like
Right.
you can annoy people really
Easily.
by being too over competitive. But with Bird, everybody's just like, yeah, it's Larry.
Well,
And
yeah,
la-
if you're good,
Right.
It
If you can
changes
back it up. Yeah.
And then that was the other thing I think that really made 80s NBA some elite shit because Larry was talking mad shit to everyone.
Sinbad said he said a lot.
Like I would say Larry
actually,
Bird
I have that clip.
Oh, do you?
did he?
Yeah, when
Let-
we had Sinbad on.
Oh, you have it now?
Okay.
I do. Yeah. This is a big award to giving away. I had to go into the archives.
Oh, he went into
here.
the archives for this one. I'm curious. I don't think I was I present? I wasn't present
were
for this
not.
one.
You were in New
I
York,
was
I
in
think.
New York being
Yeah.
an international screenwriter, and I missed out on
As
this
you
one.
do.
As I do.
And Sinbad talked about Larry Bird because I guess they matched up when Sinbad was in college
Shut up.
at Denver, University of Denver.
Shut up.
So
I
he-
did not know this.
He talked about it some.
I mean, I listened to our show. What are you guys talking about? I listened to that.
well,
interview.
it's an interesting story.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, fire it up.
Just-
I
just
feel like there's an
listen.
M. Night Shyamalan twist to
There
this.
you
I haven't
go.
seen it. Okay.
Seeing Larry Bird on a court, was that one of those moments you're like, dude?
Oh no, we knew this guy. I said
Yeah.
this white dude. This
Coming
is that
after
white
him.
dude. We said this Klansman. He was then. Remember before you guys remember he was very racist. at
Rough
first.
and tumble.
No, he
Yeah.
was very racist.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Give, oh, he called my boy the N word.
On the court?
Dude, Christmas tournament, 1976. My boy Bobby's from Indianapolis. Turned around
I know
and
Bobby.
hits Bird.
Yeah.
Hits Bird in the face. The referee didn't see it. The crowd is going crazy. I'm like, man, what's up, Bobby? He goes, he called me in. So we all stand over him like, what? And then
Farm
a
boy didn't
player on
know.
his team said, yeah, he be doing that. And
Oh,
walked away.
his teammate said
I
it.
said, what?
Really?
Yeah.
That's a surreal moment. Have you ever told that story before?
Yeah, I got hate mail. People wanted to kill me.
Oh, because
I said, and
he's
what?
changed.
And what? I said, dude,
But it
I'm
happened.
being honest.
Yeah.
I'm honest, and I dig how he became. Remember him and Magic talked a lot.
Yeah.
But he became a different cat.
there you go.
I had to come from French Lick, Indiana. I would
Yeah.
imagine that.
Right
Larry
near,
Bird.
Right near Terre Haute. I've been in those parts.
I've been to
before.
Terre Haute before.
Yeah.
Passing through, thank God.
Have you?
Yeah.
I hope to move a friend in there once.
Really?
Greg Amsinger lived there for a little
Shut
while.
up, really?
That's where he had a TV job for a while.
Oh, he did the small market
Yeah.
job
Before
first.
he jumped to MLB.
Who was that who wanted to kill
or
Bird?
CBS Sports.
Like it was somebody in the game. Was it Julius Irving? Was that the game, the Celtics and the Philly? Was that the big
Maybe.
brawl? I think that was the big brawl that everyone referenced before the Malice in the Palace. Because at that time, that was the biggest brawl.
Like
Because
where
I
it
think
got
that
real.
like where he got real. Like I want to say again, Julius Irving got one off on one. I want to say Bird, but Larry Bird pissed off a lot of people when he came into the league. A lot of people, which of course endeared him to a ton of fans in Boston. He was. It was almost, if you want to look at it, you can almost say that maybe Trump took a page out of Larry Bird's playbook. He was like, as long as these folks love me, forget y'all.
He played that white privilege card very well. He leveraged it very nicely.
Larry Bird was going to do whatever it took to win. And I think that's why people over time respected him, because he was willing to do whatever it takes. But he also, I think, I think he knew who to call the ballers who were bullshit, but he also knew to acknowledge the ballers who were badass. I
didn't-
think he had a tremendous amount of respect for Jordan. And I think even to this day, I think I would never forget the moment when he was coaching the Pacers. And Reggie Miller hits the game winner, I think in Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals, to send the Pacers to a Game 7 in Chicago. And it was one of the most dramatic game-winning shots in the history of the Pacers. And on the sideline, as everyone behind him is going nuts, there's just Larry Bird, stoic as can be known. I still got one more fucking game against this Michael Jordan. I ain't celebrating yet. And sure enough, Jordan would go on to win Game 7.
Yeah.
But the guy just, Larry Bird was a badass. When it came to hooping, he was a bad. I can't, even me trying to go to the numbers, he still has those as well. Never led the league in three-point shooting.
You mentioned Jordan.
Believe it
there.
or not, crazy, right?
You know, bridging generations here.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about the rivalry with Magic Johnson, but then also Michael Jordan, as you mentioned. And even off the court,
Oh,
that rivalry excelled some. Remember this?
how do I ever?
This is for your Big Mac, right? First one that misses,
Watches the winner eat lunch. Got it.
off the glass.
Nice shot.
timer.
One knee.
It's me.
Off the floor, off the scoreboard, off the bank board, no rim.
Oh, he made it.
Over the second rafter, off the floor, nothing but net. Through the window, off the wall, nothing but net. Off the expressway, over the river, off the billboard, through the window, off the wall, nothing but net.
God, they were so awesome.
All for Big Mac. Single-handedly revitalizing the game of horse.
Unbelievable. I remember that commercial so well, man. I loved all those commercials growing up. I was so into it. Like, the league really blew up at the right time for me. Like, the league exploded for me, and I love those
And he was a
commercials.
consistent. Larry Joe Bird was a consistent.
And when he, look, man, when they came out with the Dream Team roster and they just kicked it off, we got Magic, Larry, Jordan. I was like, well, this is going to be the most ridiculous thing in the history of sports. You're telling me Magic, Larry, Jordan, one team. Against who? Well, shit. Yeah, I'm showing up to watch this bad boy. Early 90s, went to Barcelona. They took the world by storm. Then they mixed in Charles Barkley, David Robinson, Scottie Pippen, John Stockton, Karl Malone. Oh,
Stockton.
hell no.
On all these months,
Pat Ewing,
you're forgetting
Christian Leitner.
seminal name.
Of course. How could I forget Christian Leitner?
Very
I love the
well
Christian.
thought of in October.
And I love the Christian
Picked
Leitner.
him over Shaq.
Christian Leitner. And then not only that, not only over Shaq, Christian
had
Leitner
Babe.
got a spot on the Dream Team, and Isaiah Thomas did not.
Yeah,
that
but
was on
Christian Leitner
purpose.
earned it the
Yeah,
right way.
definitely. Whoop.
He played the game the right way, and
And went to college where the coach went.
Yeah.
Or one of the assistants went, I guess.
Christian
Chuck-
Leitner was a
Chuck
badass,
the
though.
head
Christian
coach.
Duke
Leitner.
basketball, big fan.
To be, I mean,
Oktoberfest, loves him.
easy to look at it and say, like, you got to take Shaq in that thing. You got to take baby Shaq. But it's also like, no, Christian Leitner, he was the anointed one.
Yeah.
I mean,
Who's more American, though? Come on now. You got to throw Christian Leitner in there. He doesn't.
like, I'm not
white
mad at the
America's like,
selection,
woo!
right?
Oh yeah.
If they put Shaq on there with
I
that-
think it's
Christian
only
Leitner,
funny.
Where's he from? Buffalo.
Yeah.
He's from Buffalo. Played at Duke.
Krzyzewski
They needed
was an assistant.
Who was the next white guy?
And not only was he he went to a private school, I think, in Buffalo. From the hood, though, from what I understand it.
Yeah, he had that attitude.
He did.
Obviously,
He grew up. He
much
didn't grow up
like
rich. He didn't grow up rich. He
The
grew up
they were trying to pass the torch some.
Yeah,
maybe.
he was white man poor, which means he had a 2-family household and they only had 2 meals a day instead of 3. I think that's how white people poor work. Am I got that right? No. Congratulations to Larry Joe Bird,
Yeah.
inaugural Lifetime Achievement
I
Award.
did have one more video I wanted to play.
Okay, yeah.
And it's not any of Larry's made baskets. I mean, this is Cocktoberfest. What do we appreciate? We appreciate the bounce pass, the bank shot,
Well, you guys would love that.
but we love assists.
Oh, man, you
and
guys
the,
are
the
assist-
bounce pass is part
You
of that.
guys love a
obviously.
nice assist.
So here's an extended montage of just Larry Bird assists.
Larry Bird assists.
Larry
A montage
Bird
of Larry
assists.
Bird
Let's
assists.
watch
Not even
this
shots.
and admire
Oh boy, here we
the
go.
passing
love to
skills.
watch Larry Bird in action because he makes the game so beautiful.
Look at that pass.
Yo, Toby.
What a show. Oh, my goodness. How did he do that?
Bird comes out on the move. Dishes to Malone. Malone comes up, stayed with it, Sigma with a hand.
Gets there. Oh, over the shoulder.
Goes right around.
Oh, behind the back. Oh, how did he see him?
Through the lane, left-handed blind pass. Oh, what a pass. Bird. Oh.
Won't go. Bird the rebound. Over his head to McHale.
Over the head bounce pass.
Larry Bird, just show Larry Bird ass on some
Save that one. Larry Bird trying to get up.
Oh, no.
That pass. Oh, brother.
Look at, steals it. Gives it up.
There's the play
team
of the
player.
game right there. Bird steals it. You can
didn't see it coming, and look at the pass to McHale.
And there's hustle.
Isn't that beautiful?
Team player that hustles. Bounce pass. Bounce pass.
You gotta love to watch Larry Bird in action because he makes the game so beautiful.
Oh, another bounce pass.
Behind the back.
We saw bounce passes. We saw fundamentals. We saw
A
hustle.
lot of hustle.
We saw team player
It's like
there.
grit. A lot
Yeah,
of
grit. A lot of grit. Some grinding.
Some grind. A lot of grind. in
And
there.
that's what.
I would imagine he got up early to get to the gym too.
Well, he's a gym rat, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you play the game the right way, and that's what we appreciate about Larry Bird too.
He's very
He was able to
cerebral.
mix all that in with flair and talent, and do it in a humble way.
Not okay. Let's slow the roll.
Oh, okay.
Let's slow that roll.
So congratulations once again,
To Larry Joe Bird.
the inaugural winner,
hero, baby.
the inaugural winner of the Cocktoberfest Lifetime Achievement Award.
He's getting so good at this. He is getting so good at it. Who are the other nominees? Were there any other people in the running this year?
Some people wanted me to give it to my friend Sean.
Did Sean want you to give it to himself?
No, I asked. I told him.
Not a bad idea.
You know, I could give it to you, and we could have you just make a surprise appearance on the podcast one morning,
Sure.
and that would be interesting.
I think I'd have fun.
I think we'd all.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, it'd be something.
It would be a
But I
thing.
wasn't confident he could show up on time, or if he was running late, be able to answer his phone or anything really, with that. So I
I don't know
said,
if we wanted Sean talking to Erica down at reception downstairs.
"Yo,
Poor
he's
woman.
been in the building
Oh,
before.
okay, that's right,
He's been
that's
in the
right.
office several times, a handful of times." But that was one that was considered. Larry Bird really for me was the go-to one with this. That's who I thought of immediately, and I didn't really deviate from that. So maybe we'll see what next year has in store, because I haven't even considered a list. I thought of Larry Joe Bird and said,
That's it.
this is it.
Larry Joe Bird.
This is
how
who
we
it
do
is.
it.
One of the best to ever do it.
And this is someone who's represented the right way. And thank you, Larry Bird, for all you've done.
He is a legend.
And congratulations for being the inaugural winner of the Cocktoberfest Lifetime Achievement Award.
Wow.
He is the whitest
huge.
thing to ever white. And congratulations to Larry Bird.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for that.
a big
Travis.
day.
No problem. A lot of legend. He is a legend. Larry Legend is what they call him.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, I don't know if you knew this, but there were some legends in the loo last night.
Yeah, let's hear about this.
Well, it was Monday Night Raw in St. Louis down at the old Enterprise Center. And in attendance was none other than the great Ric Flair and talk about a Cocktoberfest miracle. And a guy that probably was in second place for the Lifetime Achievement Award, Hulk Hogan.
Hello.
Oh, God.
Is he,
I would imagine he didn't go to North City.
is he back on the good foot yet?
He's on WWE's good foot.
That's what I mean.
I wouldn't say he's on the good foot with
So
all of the fans.
Blues head coach Craig Berube took a picture. With
I
him.
saw this. The same.
I don't have the picture.
Oh, no
Cam
picture,
Jansen
okay.
made a good point. It was Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, and Craig Berube. He's like, there's one very clear person who's the baddest of the bunch. You ever watch the old Craig Berube fights?
Oh, I have.
Oh, gosh.
Ric Flair, who, look,
He was on
There
death's door
are-
a few times.
I think when push comes to shove, if WWE run into money issues, they need to start selling the rights of their wrestlers to turn into films. If there's a movie that I think the world is owed, it's owed a Ric Flair movie. Ric Flair has somehow outran death on what I feel like at least 25 occasions. He is still ticking. He literally had a stroke, I want to say roughly 6 to 8 months ago. And
Yeah.
he's back on the road again with the WWE. The WWE is promoting the Crown Jewel pay-per-view, which is...
Where does that take place?
I think we have an idea as to where that's probably taking place. Our friends over in United Arab Emirates,
Oh, that's where that's going.
UAE. So they have a huge deal.
Oh, they do that each year.
Yeah, they're doing that like they try to do it every 6 months. They have this huge 10-year, $100 million deal, I think, with
mean,
UAE.
Yeah.
And nevertheless, they put on these big events, and that's what they were here on Monday for Monday Night Raw to promote Team Hogan versus Team Ric Flair, I believe. But Ric Flair wasn't just promoting WWE, my friend. When Ric Flair's in town, he's also promoting himself.
Yeah.
And
Real quick here.
okay.
Is it in the UAE or is it in Saudi Arabia?
Oh, maybe it's Saudi Arabia.
It's Saudi Arabia.
Big
It's Saudi
difference.
Arabia.
Racist.
It is
Yeah.
a big. Yeah, I apologize.
Yeah, that's
The Saudi people are
MBS.
MBS is, and MBS is actually part of he was the reasoning for the WWE and Saudi Arabia teaming up because he wanted to bring more Western elements into the culture. Like I think they're allowing women to drive. Women can attend, but they can't be on the floor at these events. So he's kind of trying to modernize when he's not killing
really?
Washington Post journalists.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
modernizing the culture over in Saudi Arabia, and so they put on the crown jewel. But you had another thing you said to show?
Ric Flair had a Twitter tweet.
Oh, did he now?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see Flair's
Kind of
Twitter
promoting the Crown Jewel
He
event,
was?
but
I think-
also his appearance in St. Louis.
tweet. Oh, that's right.
And it says, as I head to St. Louis, home of the NWA, keep in mind I have more shower time than Team Hogan has ring time. And after Raw, I'll be in East St. Louis all night long. Woo!
I think that's just smart.
So did he go to Roxy's last night?
Is Roxy still open?
I don't know.
I'm sure he was. I believe he was in
They
East
had
St.
a-
Louis at
they
some
had a
point.
shower. They
Oh, they
definitely-
did.
yeah,
Good point.
They definitely had a shower.
I think I would not have been surprised. Oh, there's Nathan's brother.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Orton.
He's hanging out with looks like a Team Flair.
Is that the first time that's happened? Hey, are you Nathan's brother?
I should do that.
That's nice.
That
I
would have
like
been
that.
nice.
Yeah. That'd be for us.
Yeah, that would be. Shout out to Ric Flair heading to East St. Louis.
Yeah.
Imagine the work he got.
So was the event well ran?
It's WWE, man. Of course it was well ran. It was a great event. I wasn't there, of course.
Mm-hmm. Did you see any of it?
I didn't see any of it.
How do you know if it was well ran?
I'm sure it's WWE.
I
They
had
do
I
pretty
had a
well.
friend there.
What did they say?
Said it was okay.
Yeah.
Said it closed out. It was a brutal closeout. He said.
Yeah, I haven't watched, and the performances have really dropped.
Really?
The last couple
Because of you?
Wait, you just said I haven't watched, but the performances have.
No, I haven't. I didn't watch last night. I have
Okay.
watched WWE.
Okay.
I still have the WWE network. I still follow along
I was confused.
because I've become way more casual than I were in just even recent years. Of course, I've been to WrestleMania. May go again next spring.
Where's that?
I think it's in Orlando. It's in Orlando.
Just to live right outside there.
Yeah, good time. That's actually where the Performance Center is for the WWE. That's actually where they train all their up-and-coming
Oh,
wrestlers in
really?
Orlando.
It's like an academy.
It is an academy. That's where everyone goes through or has to go through in order for them to be able to make it onto the main roster.
I see.
So, yeah, I don't know. I've always said though before, and I hear it's a rigorous process, but they pull a lot of even stand-up comedians for writing for the WWE.
Oh.
So it's something I've always said to myself I would love to challenge, but I'm not like my other friends, like the Joey O's of the world, who are born and bred in it, people who are like know the ins and outs of the entire industry. Like there are people who know this industry. Like it's
Yeah, and
insane.
that's the thing that like
They're
they're gonna get
intense.
weird on you if you mess up something.
Yeah,
and
if you
it's
don't
like
know the
a
proper
throwback to
terminology, yeah, if you don't,
1973 or
if you can't, I think that's actually one of the tests. One of the tests for new writers is describe your favorite match of all time, and like you almost have to describe it to the T from the entrance into the finish. And if you can't do that, then you can't cut the mustard. So I don't know if I'm at that point as far as knowledge when it comes to professional wrestling. But I do enjoy it casually. It's kind of hard to let go. It's fun. It's silly fun. It's guys pretending to be superheroes who are in amazing shape, very good athletes.
Yeah, I saw some.
Yeah, you had.
At South Broadway Athletic Club the time. we
Okay.
Moondog.
went. Moondog.
Yeah, that was fun though. Man,
Moondog was fantastic.
that was a lot of fun. Man, was Chris high that night? Woo, boy, was Chris high that night.
I have a
Whoa, my God! It was like he walked into the wrestling facility and he was just like, "Bro, do you know where you are?" Like, dude, you are high.
I have
You're
a
describing
photo.
that correctly, but of the wrong person probably.
I have a photo that would speak differently.
I've seen video
that.
as recently as yesterday.
Oh boy.
Should I? Yeah, maybe I'll put that
From
photo
that
on
event.
Instagram. Yeah.
That would say maybe somebody else walked in high.
Probably one of the wrestlers.
Our boy Dave, remember the barbecue festival that you snubbed?
I snubbed a barbecue festival. Oh, down in Farmington.
That one.
I was like, I
Yeah.
snub everybody.
Thousands of people came, but not Travis Terrell. He says he likes my porn stash and to keep
I
rocking it.
don't encourage that, please.
Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant, WrestleMania 3. That's Triangle Assassin's favorite match.
Oh, is that when he body?
Is that
slammed
like
him?
saying Stairway to Heaven's your favorite rock song?
Yeah, it is.
And
What's the match that made
the
me
Simpsons
cry?
the Simpsons baseball episode, Homer at the bat. You can't say that. It's just
Yeah.
too perfect.
The one that probably made you cry is that when Macho Man wins back Miss Elizabeth.
No.
Have you seen that behind
about-
the Beyond the Mat?
What about when Earthquake killed Damien?
I don't remember that one.
Jake the Snake
Oh boy.
got the butt. Jake, then you interview Jake the Snake. He's like, "Oh, they died all the time. There were so many damn snakes. I had a few of them freeze in plane corridors, and here I was crying at home because I thought one snake had been with him the whole time,
Wow.
and I thought the fat guy with the trailer park hair killed him with his signature move."
I love that Yokozuna, the Japanese sumo wrestler,
Dude from Hawaii, right?
was Samoan.
What about Papa Shango?
Papa Shango, who of course was the Godfather later on in his WWE stint, who we met out at WrestleMania 31, could not have been nicer. Invited us. Apparently, he
Oh, really?
owns a strip club in Vegas, and he was so kind. He invited us out. Very nice guy who played Papa Shango, and he also played. Yeah, he played the Godfather as well. He played somebody else. He had a few good roles.
Oh, I'm watching the match that made me cry right now.
Okay.
If you've ever want to look at, Vice has done a series, and I know I'm forgetting the title, but it's basically behind the scenes of some of the greatest legendary stories you've heard about,
Right,
you
in
know,
wrestling.
professional wrestling, and the Miss Elizabeth and Macho Man Randy Savage is devastating.
I hated
Good
Macho Man.
Lord.
I hated Macho Man because of the match I'm talking about. When he crushed the larynx of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat
Oh no!
on the
Steve
railing
Austin.
outside the ring.
Oh my!
He had already hit him in the throat with something, but then Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was my favorite at the
Hey,
time.
well, Steamboat was the man.
And Macho Man then went up on top rope, jumped off, and then the paramedics came out, and he's grabbing his throat, and they're rushing him out of the ring, and I was not doing well after that. I thought my wrestler was dying.
I will.
Made me
Tough.
cry.
It's tough.
I tell you what, I still think the most memorable entrance that I can remember as a kid, that for the longest, they even talked about it in several documentaries, how when they introduced Undertaker, that's when they said the industry itself changed because people, children were legitimately afraid
Really?
of the
I
Undertaker.
remember
I remember
his
growing up
debut.
going like, oh, I remember that. I was like, hey man, hey, he coming out the casket? Oh, hey, he can't be coming out the casket.
That'd be good.
They put him in a casket and he came back out. I don't like this guy. He was a badass, man. They couldn't stop him for anything. He had the really coolest moments too. I remember the only time they set the Undertaker's casket on fire. That was I was like, oh my God, he's in there. I saw him go in. No, oh my God. And then when they put the fire out, there was nothing in there. So I was like, wait, what? And to this day,
Magic. You don't know how it happened.
man,
huh?
black, you know us, black people in magic.
Uh-huh.
We was like, oh no, how you do that? And then he came back the next pay-per-view and he beat everybody up. It's amazing.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
That's an amazing moment.
You overcome death. That's pretty good.
Not a bad miracle.
Oh, boys and girls.
You got any shout outs?
Who are you shouting out today?
Oh, shout out to all you people who have been coming out to Happiest Hour. We're gonna push it. It's Halloween this Thursday. Get out, run your kids around a little.
Ooh, happiest hour will be next week.
Sophie's next week, and then I'll update.
I guess Thursday's going to be my saddest hour. No?
There you go. No, shout out to let's see, shout out to the Joker for breaking every record ever. And how is this giant movie? I haven't
I
seen
haven't
it.
seen it either. I've been
Um,
meaning to see it. I may go see it today. I
there
may
you
go
go.
see it today.
Go see it today.
May
I'll
finally
see
check
it
it out.
someday.
I think I may check it out today. I've been wanting. The fact that it continues to break records, and also I just want to. I need to know if it's people are really saying it's Oscar worthy, and I need to find out. They are just raving about Joaquin Phoenix's performance, and I have to check it out. Then plus I don't understand the memes and the jokes and everything that go along with the film,
You
so I
don't
want to be in the
understand
know.
the Joker
again.
jokes?
Yeah, I missed the Joker jokes, but I really want to find out how strong of a performance is and Todd Phillips. How good of a director he truly is.
No, we'll see.
We'll see.
I think it's doing all right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's.
What about you?
I mean, Todd Phillips. He's got.
Well, now
He's
got
broken
the
2 records now
yeah.
for. Yeah, you got to give him credit where credit
Does
is
this
due.
what does this prove? Like, I mean, obviously it's a movie or a character that's been played many times over and it's classic, but it was a one-off, so it's interesting. So, like, was it kind of like ushered in because like everything has to be part of a bigger thing now? It seems, right? It kind
Yes
of
and no. I
do
think
one-offs
you can do. I think Logan kind of showed that you can be a one-off and not be necessarily a part of a universe.
but you're still so associated.
Yeah, I think there's a balance, and from what I understand it in Joker, they do at least mention certain elements of the DC universe, so it isn't completely, separated. You kind of get references to certain DC characters, but I think you can. I would like to see other studios who have properties, like Venom, will eventually be a part of the universe, but that was set up as on its own. But now with their relationship with Marvel, they'll probably get Spider-Man, and there'll be some crossover there. I don't know. Is there a particular superhero you would like to see a dark one-off of now that Joker and now Logan have been successful? Is there
I don't know, man. That's tough. I mean,
I'm trying to see what one-off character would I like to see, not connected to any universe, villain or superhero.
I think this kind of proves we're into the weirder, darker stuff.
I think I would love to see. I wouldn't mind seeing a one-off from Magneto.
That could be interesting.
I
He's
don't know who that is.
Magneto is Ian McKellen plays him in the X-Men films.
Magneto. Is he magnetic?
Michael Fassbender plays the younger version of him.
Is he magnetic?
Yes, he can move anything with metal with his mind.
It's a fair guess.
Yeah, and his backstory is he was in the concentration camps during World War II.
Oh God.
So he hates humanity because they killed his mother in the concentration camp, and he discovers these powers, and he never trusts man again because of what took place during the
So they made him
Holocaust.
a villain?
Well, he becomes a villain, but it's a guy
You
that's
can
like,
understand it.
yeah, you can kind of be like, oh, well, you kind of like put him in a concentration
Maybe
camp
he's
and
doing
murdered
the
his
Lord's
mother.
work at that point.
Well, that's
Triangle
what makes him
Assassin
such
wants
a.
Howard the Duck back.
Okay, we don't need a dark origin, but you know what? That would be pretty freaking funny. That would be funny if someone made a dark Howard the Duck. I would be game for that.
Did he have a superpower?
I don't recall.
I'm not sure what the whole deal was there. I know they brought
Technically-
him back for. He was in the background of
Guardians.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
I got a shout out.
Who you shouting out?
Okay.
I'm going to shout out to college basketball. 1 week from today, it's back. Can't wait. Looking forward to it.
Should be good.
First night of action,
Where's KU currently ranked?
they are ranked third.
Nice.
Are there any porters that can ruin our season?
No,
this year?
not this
think
year.
so.
Mizzou is predicted by the media members of the SEC to finish 13th out of 14 teams in the SEC this year.
I love how college basketball starts. So it starts with the first ranked team and the second ranked team,
Right.
Michigan State versus Kentucky, and like a 6 o'clock tip off
Right.
at Madison Square Garden,
Right.
followed by the number 3 ranked team and the number 4 ranked team, Kansas and Duke, tipping off in Madison Square Garden. So I love how they do this round robin each year, or not round robin, but they kind of rotate who plays each other, and they rotate cities. So the top 4 teams in the nation are all playing on opening night against each other. So I just like how that all starts.
Should be fun.
And Kansas, If the Maui goes as predicted, they could end up playing Michigan State in the championship game. They've got number 10 Villanova on the calendar this year. Nice schedule.
Only for them to be suspended and prevented from playing in the postseason.
There'll be a lawsuit. It will go past that.
Okay. So that's who you give me your shout out to?
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving my
College
shout-
hoops.
Give my shout out to the late Robert Evans, passed away yesterday. The
Bob Evans? It's my grandpa's
no,
name.
but not
My
Pop-
grandpa's name.
not Grandpa Evans.
What the fuck are you telling me?
No, not Grandpa Evans. Grandpa Evans still here.
I'm calling him right
No,
now.
we don't have to do all that right now. Robert Evans, the producer, Hollywood tycoon, man who saved Paramount, the man who, of course, brought us Godfather, but also was not big with Coppola casting a particular individual in the role of Michael Corleone. He did not want Al Pacino
Who do you want?
as Michael Corleone. I don't know who he really wanted, but he was dead set
Harrison Ford.
against. That'd be
Always.
funny. He was dead set against it. Like that was him and Coppola butted heads over that one for a long time, which is fascinating that someone would not want. Like that movie doesn't work without Al Pacino.
Well, I don't know. Maybe if the other person would have worked.
I don't think so.
We don't even know who it is.
Nobody's better than Pacino. So Robert Evans, of course, famous executive producer of Chinatown, Urban Cowboy, The Godfather, the man known for saving Paramount from the brink of collapse, and just a Hollywood icon.
Didn't he have a TV show at some point?
I know he had a documentary, The Kid Stays in the Pictures. It was based off his memoirs.
Where did I see him on television?
He's been on everything. But he was the man. He really was.
I thought he had a TV show or something.
Maybe he did.
Just about his life or like... Oh, it was animated. Kid Notorious.
Kid Notorious.
Really?
That's what it was.
Robert Evans.
Comedy Central.
Yeah, tons of people from Hollywood giving him rest in peace, love, and shout out. So, to his thoughts and prayers to his family.
Big thanks to Tech Electronics for helping us with the studio. Great work on the Cocktober work, Mr. Gardner.
Yeah.
Thank you for all the preaching, Travis. We're back tomorrow live at 8 a.m. So we are live. We'll see you then.
Bays!
Congrats, Larry Bird.